Kelly Rowland once admitted that even after 3 decades in the spotlight, a small voice still taunts her with one question: will you ever step out of Beyoncé's shadow? That single doubt has fueled a lifetime of rumor, whispers of secret romances, hidden trauma, and an alleged cover-up that stretches from Houston church stages to Hollywood boardrooms. Tonight, we crack open the files. You'll hear how a teenage tour bus nightmare nearly derailed Destiny's Child before they even charted, why fans swear Jay-Z is hiding a second family, and how a simple "love you bro" comment dragged Kelly into a firestorm over colorism. By the end, you'll decide, is the gossip wild imagination or the smoke that proves a deeper fire? Born in Atlanta on February 11, 1981, Calendria Trina Rowland was only 7 when her mother Doris packed a suitcase, left a troubled marriage, and drove west to Houston. Fate parked her 2 blocks from the Knowles household. Before long, Kelly's afternoons were spent harmonizing with a shy neighborhood kid named Beyoncé Giselle Knowles, first on swing set rhythms, then in local talent shows. Early wins bred bigger risks. The girls rebranded as Girls Time, landed on Star Search, and lost publicly. Humiliation might have ended most grade school bands, but Matthew Knowles, Beyoncé's father, saw raw potential. He quit his lucrative sales job, mortgaged the family house, and vowed to secure a record deal. By 1997, Columbia Records had signed the newly christened Destiny's Child, releasing their first single, No, No, No. A year later, Bills, 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 and Say My Name ignited radio, earning Grammys and selling millions. Kelly had escaped poverty, but not insecurity. Public applause is loud, she later said, but the voice in your head is louder. Yet even platinum plaques couldn't shield the girls from the darker realities of touring life, and one late-night phone call would prove it. During an interview in 2019, Matthew Knowles shared a story from Destiny's Child's early touring days that fans had never heard. According to him, 2 adult members of fellow R&B act Jagged Edge gave Beyoncé and Kelly, both only 16 at the time, unwanted attention while everyone was sharing the same tour bus. Matthew said the behavior crossed a line, so he arranged for the 2 men to leave the bus in Baton Rouge and barred further contact. Jagged Edge's Brandon Casey later described the account as exaggerated and no formal complaint was ever filed, leaving the episode in a gray area of he said. Even so, people close to Kelly note that it taught her a lasting lesson about setting boundaries in an industry where stardom sometimes arrives before adulthood. The incident also sparked quiet questions about how many early career stressors never make it into the public record. The silence surrounding that episode also planted seeds of doubt. If managers could bury one scandal, what else might be kept off the books? A decade later, Kelly walked into a Los Angeles studio and turned past pain into art with her 2013 single, Dirty Laundry. In the song, she describes a damaging relationship that left her feeling isolated and uncertain of her self-worth, especially as Beyoncé's solo career skyrocketed. Recording the track took days. She reportedly paused multiple times to regain composure, but listeners and critics alike praised the result as her most vulnerable work. Dirty Laundry quickly ignited conversation. Many applauded Kelly for spotlighting emotional harm that often goes unspoken, while some found the song difficult to revisit because of its rawness. For Kelly, however, it marked a turning point. She had turned private struggle into a public message of survival, giving others permission to speak about their own experiences. Healing, however, seldom unfolds in a straight line. Just as she reclaimed her voice, a rumor Kelly had tried to laugh off for years exploded across news feeds, and it centered on the most powerful couple in music. Since 2015, online chatter has suggested that Kelly's son Titan resembles Jay-Z more than her husband Tim Weatherspoon, a theory entirely unsupported by evidence but stubbornly persistent on social media. The speculation resurfaced in 2024 when Jay-Z became entangled in a separate, long-running paternity dispute with Philadelphia resident Rymir Satterthwaite. Rymir again petitioned the courts, claiming the rapper has avoided a DNA test for years through legal maneuvering. Commentators quickly drew connections. If Jay-Z resists one test, could he avoid another? Important context, no credible source places Kelly and Jay-Z in a romantic situation, and childhood photos show Titan favoring Tim at comparable ages. Still, the rumor proves how silence, whether for privacy or legal prudence, can allow speculation to thrive unchecked. In July 2019, Chris Brown celebrated a chart milestone on Instagram. From a hotel room in Sydney, Kelly typed a brief congratulations, "Love you, bro." Hours later, she woke to a storm of criticism. Fans had taken issue with a lyric in Brown's new song that seemed to praise only certain hair textures, a line many interpreted as exclusionary. Rowland quickly clarified she had not heard the track when she posted, adding that every hair type is beautiful and that she stands firmly against any form of bias. Screenshots of her comment, however, had already ricocheted across social media, illustrating how a single tap can trigger widespread backlash. Kelly later called the episode a tough reminder that good intentions online can be misunderstood in seconds, yet she also used the moment to reaffirm her commitment to uplifting all members of the Black community. Kelly's resilience paid off. By late 2024, Netflix approached her to judge Building the Band, a daring reality series where 50 vocalists form groups without seeing each other's faces. Kelly admitted she was low-key mad. She hadn't pitched the concept first, but signed on anyway, thrilled to shape the next generation of performers. Amid promotional rounds, hackers created a fake Instagram profile posing as both Kelly and Beyoncé, DMing fans with a sob story about lost credit cards and promises that Queen Bee would show up if they wired cash. Kelly blasted the scam publicly, joking that at least spell plain correctly if you're going to impersonate a Grammy winner. The incident highlighted a new frontier of celebrity exploitation, weaponizing stan culture for quick payouts. It also underscored how closely Kelly and Beyoncé still coordinate behind closed doors. Sources spotted the duo at a Broadway performance supporting Michelle Williams, sparking whispers of a full Destiny's Child reunion. Beyoncé's team declines comment. Matthew Knowles simply tweeted a wink emoji. Step back, and the threads weave an uneasy tapestry. Teenage harassment hushed to protect a tour, a paternity court saga stretching into its second decade, a rumor about Titan that lives because no one will publicly kill it, an innocent love you that spirals into hate, scammers banking on fandom's blind trust. Together, they show how thin the line can be between a carefully managed narrative and the chaos waiting just beyond it. Industry veterans say the mystery around Kelly endures precisely because she refuses to clear every rumor. And maybe that's smart. After all, silence lets the music speak louder and the myth keep selling. Whether that myth liberates or cages her may depend on what secrets she finally decides to own out loud. Kelly Rowland's journey proves a simple truth. When the world won't stop writing your story, the most radical act is to grab the pen yourself. She's done it in chart toppers, reality show gigs, and Instagram callouts. But the final chapter, about sisterhood, motherhood, and the whispers that still float through backstage corridors, remains unfinished. So, viewer, the spotlight swings to you. Were tonight's revelations just recycled gossip or clues to a bigger puzzle Hollywood keeps under lock and key? Scroll down, weigh the facts, and tell us where you stand. Because the one thing stronger than rumor is conversation. Also, don't forget to subscribe to miss any of the daily celebrity gossip upload. Thanks for watching.